The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Tuesday, Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos. That's right.
There it is.
Heckma Harrison, Barry Church, former Cowboy safety. I'm Newey Scruggs.
the
Danny
lights on,
McCray is on assignment. Cowboys, Packers, Lambeau Field, Sunday.
Cold as hell.
Yes. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear up there. Figure out what I'm going to wear. So
Get you a goose. Get you one of them big goose jackets. You're going to be all right.
I don't have anything like that, man. But
Man.
I still have my double layer jacket that I got in 1995.
Starter? Was it a starter jacket?
No, it was an American.
For the Ice Bowl?
It was an American Eagle coat that Bill Belichick. When I first went to Cleveland, and I was in the locker room, and the producer Lisa introduced me to Bill, and Bill says, "Hey, how are you? Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Austin, Texas." He's like, "That the thickest coat you own?" I said, "Yep." You'll be buying a new one, double layer. Yeah. Didn't know what he was talking about, but I ended up buying a double layer coat. I still have that coat today, and miraculously, it fits.
Bust it out. That means you're doing something good, right?
Bust it out.
Bring that thing out.
So I will be taking that too.
You don't have one of them Inspector Gadget trench coats?
You don't have 1,000 pockets.
I don't like trench coats, man.
You don't like trench?
Not a big trench coat person. But my time living up north, man, I tell people now, if you move from the South and you're going up north, you need a clothing allowance to buy things that you've never heard of. I mean, you lived in Pittsburgh.
You ain't lying.
Somebody told me, like, wool socks.
You need them.
Like, what are wool socks? So, I mean, the stuff that I never had. So, it is something living up there. It's a whole different culture change, my man. Obviously, your uncle can tell you his whole stories.
I know. I went from Dallas to Manhattan, Kansas, and that was a shock. Yeah, Kansas cold is a different kind of cold.
Yeah,
there ain't no trees blocking it. It's just straight wind in your face.
Out of the plane.
Yeah, man. Missouri. When I was in Missouri, I spent a summer in Missouri. It's like, why is it so hot here? Like, it's hot.
But it sure gets cold.
Then in the summertime, I mean, I went in the wintertime, it gets cold and snowing. I'm like, what's the purpose of living here? You want to avoid one or the other, right?
Yeah.
That's me. But
that ain't it.
So, Heck, you have questions for Barry Church, and I want to give you the floor to go ahead and
What's happening?
What I wanted to do, what I really wanted to do, because obviously we got so much going on, Cowboy land. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of OBJ talk.
Yeah, we'll get to OBJ.
I know we're gonna get to all of that. But I posed a question this morning on the text, and I was saying, can you live with this running D? Is it something that you could deal with? I mean, with all the things that the defense does well. Can you live with that? But then I got to thinking, and then I thought to myself, and I said, "Self,
what's happening?
I know what's happening. I know a guy that was on a good defense, the Sacksonville Jaguars. Now, this Sacksonville defense, dog, y'all ranked up top on everything. Y'all had turnovers, sacks, all of those things. But where was the weakness in that defense? I mean, you went all the way to the AFC Championship with that defense being top tier, and the defense was considered to be special. Now, this defense is on the cusp.
It's right there.
Of being called special. Nobody's jumped out the cake yet to say, this is special, this is special. They right there, right? But what was it for you, like, that you said, look, we're good at all of these areas, but this is the one chink in the armor, if y'all had any?
If we had any, man, like you said, we were solid on all phases. I mean, when you talk about, run defense, we was up there. Pass defense, we was definitely up there. Getting after the quarterback, they called us Sacksonville for a reason.
Right.
And then taking the ball away. So we was up there in pretty much each and every one of our categories. I'd say the only thing that really kind of gave us kind of a little bit of trouble, just a little bit of trouble, was when teams went fast on us. When teams had that up tempo, and that's how Brady ended up beating us in the AFC Championship. They went fast tempo, and it didn't really give us an opportunity to really set our defense. When we got our defense set, it was a problem for anybody out there. Any offense, once we got set. But when you went hurry up and had to force us to stick and remain in one personnel group or one specific defense, that kind of gave us trouble. Because even though we had, players in each level of the defense, not a lot of those players were versatile. We had some guys that specifically got after the passer.
Right.
Some guys that specifically were stopping the run guys. Linebackers, the same thing. So when you got us stuck in a specific personnel group, you can do work on us, and that's what ended up hurting us in the AFC Championship. But when it comes to this Cowboys team, and you talk about can they survive with a rush defense the way they have, I'm gonna say they can do damage, but it's going to be tough because you think about the three mismatches that they have in the NFC, and those are teams that can run the football and specifically do it. And that's the 49ers. You got Seattle, who can run the football as well. Right. And there was one more team out there who can run the football pretty well that might give this team problems. So I don't know if you make a long run with the same type of defense. You got to get better in that against the run. And if you're able to get better against the run, the sky's the limit. Because then you're forcing teams to do what's in your wheelhouse, which is drop back and pass. And we all know what this defensive line can do to that. But there's three matchups that I think the Cowboys will have trouble with. But if they can get that run defense in order, man, they're going to be something. They're going to be special. Like you said, they're going to be special.
And I just feel like they're on the cusp of that special title being thrown on them. But I wanted, for you guys, when – obviously, Belichick saw something. Y'all displayed that at some point in the season where they said, oh, there it is right there, And I think for our team, it has been continuous from the beginning of the season, from Leonard Fournette. I was thinking about him just the other day. I'm like, man, all of a sudden, playoff Lenny, he's dropping off the map. They're taking him out of games. But in the first game against us, it kind of showed right there, this is the way that you beat these guys. And they never fixed that from last season. Yeah. And so we're so good in all these other areas, but that's the one area that you can point to that we're deficient. They've made some changes. They brought in some guys that they think they can, the guy that they believe that can help in that regard. They have a linebacker now that they feel like, all right, we're upgrading at linebacker. Maybe we can get more stops. But I believe this is the game versus Green Bay where you have to see these guys round this off and stop the run.
So this is a long comparison, okay? It's probably not fair to do it, but I'll just bring it up. The Colts team that won the Super Bowl for Tony Dungy ended the regular season basically one of the worst, if not 28th or more in run defense. I mean, they were really, really bad. But toward the mid-December, Tony had fixed it. He got people where they needed to be. In the playoffs, they got on the run, and they got it there. So looking at the numbers right now, you just see the Cowboys aren't real good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only two other teams with winning records. It's Seattle and the Giants who have a worse run D, in terms of giving up rushing yards per game. So you just have to get to the point and, in some ways, hope your offense can help your defense. Because if the offense can jump out to big leads, then other teams, if you're down 10, 12 points against the Cowboys, you're going to have to throw the football. You're going to have to abandon the run. So I think it's going to be one of those things where as they get rounded, now that Dak is back and you're going to get a Noah Brown back and you're getting Zeke back, that maybe if your offense can get improved, get better, you can help your defense out, keep them off the field, and then limit teams' ability to run the ball. So I think it's kind of one of those things we can look at that unit, but it's all got to really work together here.
Yeah, you're not lying. Because when you talk about, this offense getting rounded into shape and you got Zeke back and Dak starting to get that rapport back with his wide receivers, if this team jumps on somebody, and that's the thing that, in the past, this Cowboys team is, everybody said the one negative is they never get up. They never get ready for games. It's always a slow start. Right. They're never right there and in for the battle. But what Mike McCarthy's been able to do these past 2 years is these teams has been able to start fast, especially this season. I feel like this offense has been able to jump on teams and get them into that situation where they got to pass the ball, and then you fall right into Dan Quinn's hands with this pass rush. So I think you're right, Nui. If this offense can round it off a little bit and start putting some pressure on these opposing teams to keep up with the score, then you're working with a heck of a formula right now, because you're falling right into the mad scientist plans of getting after the quarterback.
They're going to have to help them. That's really my kind of thing. Is should you be worried? Yes, you should be worried. But at the same time, there is a way that you can, as Doug Collins once said, your job as a coach is to recognize the warts in your team and cover them up.
Right.
So it's a wart. It's a wart. So how do they go about fixing it? I think it's become a team thing, and maybe this is truly where, and he doesn't get the credit if they get it correct. This is where Mike McCarthy comes in as the head coach. They spent, and you heard the press conference, they spent the bye week where the position coaches changed. So Aiden Dirty goes in and talks to the offensive lineman. Tyler Smith was talking about. So, you give, hey, here's a view of what the other coach is saying about what you're doing here. And Robert Prince hit Malik Hooker, the safety for the Cowboys, talking about how Robert Prince spoke to him, the wide receivers coach. So that's kind of the cool thing there of, all right, hey, look, we're going to tell you what we see over here. And I would be worried about, especially against Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, Madison, those two guys, they can run the football.
They got weapons on the outside too.
They do. They
and
do.
On the inside, but Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson, he could play. So it's going to be interesting. That's the one concern, that I do have about this football team when I think about them right now. That, and along with health. I mean, that's just going to be an issue with J.K.'s coming back here, defensive backfield, Hooker's coming back from the hamstring, so health.
Can this offense? Do y'all think this offense can get to that point where it's explosive enough to where they can jump on teams quick?
Wait a minute. Did you say explosive?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just asking.
Hold on, dog.
I'm just asking.
Time consistency improve.
Time
consistency improved, but we have a formula. We have a formula that we were able to get Cooper Rush to win with, and everybody started to talk about this being the formula that we can use all the way through the season. And it was impossible to do that because you're going to come up against some opposition, as you would have said at the beginning of the season. Green Bay's going to give you some trouble. The Vikings maybe would give you some trouble, are going to give you some trouble because they have an explosive offense as well. And you can't just you could put the onus on your defense every game and say, all right, just hold these guys to 10 points and we'll do the rest. How realistic is that?
Especially in the playoffs.
Come on now. I mean, BC, that's why I asked you that question, because obviously there are other teams that's looking under the hood of Dan Quinn's defense and saying, where is the chink in the armor? And we've shown from the beginning that this running game is a problem, and also a running game with a mobile quarterback is the problem. All right? And so in our division specifically, we got one of those, and that's a problem. That is a problem, and it has to be fixed. But when you, just like you just said, when you start fast, you come out like we did versus the Bears, and you could tell it was in their mind. We're not going to have a repeat of what happened to us against Denver. No. Nobody's going to be talking about I got the whatever it is.
The blueprint.
There ain't going to be no blueprint today. We're going to come out, we're going to start fast, we're going to put points up, and if all y'all have is the run, then good. All right, we'll let y'all have that. But at some point, this offense, and that's and pointing to what this offense is, this running game, staying balanced with this running game, but at some point, even you saw the numbers go up with Dak last week, over the last couple of weeks, you're going to have to put it on his arm. He's going to have to throw you out of some situations. I'm sorry, Cowboy Nation, it's got to be that way.
That's football.
Hello.
That's football, and that's okay. That's okay. Hey, man, I'm the dude who predicted 9 wins. They've got 6 of them.
Yeah.
And, you're 6-2 at this point in time. Just right now, I would say, and until further notice, I'm not gonna sit around here and be too alarmed about things. Go to Green Bay, handle your business. Get ready for a real tough game going up to Minnesota, a team you beat last year with your backup quarterback. Try to handle your business. That's going to be a tough team. And when you start thinking about it right now, that's the team to look at behind Philadelphia. When you think about for the Cowboys here, you've got 2 more games against the top 2 teams. Records-wise,
right?
In this in the NFC, you got a Christmas Eve matchup against Philadelphia. You get that here at Jerry World, and then you got to go to Minnesota for a second year in a row. So
don't forget about the Giants too. What are they, 6-2?
Something another.
Hey, no respect for Daddy Dimes.
Something another.
Y'all cold piece of work, man. No respect, Saquon. The rebirth.
I'm more worried about Washington.
Oh no, you.
I'm more worried about Washington.
What, the Commanders?
Yeah, the Commandos, man. Look,
the Giants. They doing work now.
You do what you need to do. You'll beat them because you've got more talent than they. The Giants are just sitting around here, and this is a good job by Brian Daboll. They're going to play sound as they can and see if you're going to beat yourself. You don't turn the football over. Cowboys do what they do. They'll be fine. Danny Dimes still trying to give it to you every chance he can.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Saquon Barkley had a nice game, but you know what? And they hung in there with the Cowboys, and then you saw the Cowboys' talent. Talent won out. The Cowboys, this is going to be the last game of the year.
Yeah.
Cowboys should have something to play for. I expect that. Unless playoff seeding is set.
You ain't worried about it, huh? All right.
I'm not concerned about the Giants.
Okay.
You are the better football team than the Giants.
Without a doubt.
In the past, I'd be worried. And the man, Jason Garrett, I'd be worried.
Oh, come on, man. That's uncalled for. There was no reason to bring that man into this discussion, man.
I remember the Jets game. Remember we did the podcast. We was all like, hey, this is Jets, man. You got this. It doesn't matter. You can rest your tackle. It's all good. Doesn't matter. But that guy got on national TV.
That's wild. I can't believe you to turn this into.
But when you look,
there's a better coach in the building now. That's all I'm gonna say.
So looking at the season, and that's something that I think you've been reluctant to do is look ahead. Yeah, everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. But finally, you're starting to look ahead and see what this road looks like, even after the halfway point. And the guy that said only 9 victories has come. 180? You've turned all the way around on this team. And so now you're looking at these next 9 games, and what are you saying, Nui?
That between time, proof, and consistency, I can trust them.
Here we go.
I got some trust going on here. I do. I feel good about what they're doing.
I feel a dance coming on.
I feel like that. Now, add the wrong thing into the gumbo, you can blow it up.
Yes, indeed.
You can blow it up if you put the wrong thing in the gumbo. Let's talk about this potential one thing.
Oh, man.
Next, right here. On the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos with Heckma Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Louis Scruggs, and this is DallasCowboys.com radio.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, ShaveLogic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit ShaveLogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to ShaveLogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Knock out all of your holiday shopping during back-to-back days at Market at the Star, presented by Flea Style on November 17th. Make sure to shop from 30-plus festive vendors at Night Market at the Star from 4 to 9 p.m. Then come back and see us on Saturday, September 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to explore goods from 50-plus local vendors. Visit thestardistrict.com for more information.
You gonna jump on me? Did I change my voice? Woo! That wasn't a switch?
He did switch it up.
That wasn't a code switch?
He switched
Hey,
it
man.
up.
Hey, you got to do your thing. Sometimes, it ain't for here, it's for... I'm out here taking slugs,
You passing out some slugs, too.
I went on Bryant Gumble on him.
Hey, man, you passing
Knock out all of your holiday shopping during back-to-back days of March.
Here we go. Let me hear what you got, man. Let me
doing that Bryant Gumble voice. Billy Joel, Stevie Nicks, two icons, one night.
Man, get this guy off the mic right now, man.
Man, go with that,
Back to you, Barry.
I can't.
What we doing,
Real
man?
sport.
Nothing
is out of bounds.
Oh, my God. Everybody catching them today.
That's all right.
Bernie Goldberg went down to Dallas and talked to Jerry Jones.
That's your man.
Dude, I love Bryant Gumbel. Love it. One of the smartest interviewers I've ever been around. Bryant Gumbel's really good. Okay, this is a Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. Barry Church, he's playing the Cowboys. Got Heckman Harrison here. I am Newey Scruggs. Our guy Danny McCray is on assignment. So here the Cowboys 6-2. Tried to make a trade for Brandon Cooks, didn't work out. Tried to make a move for another player and get slip in my head. Chris Beam, who was the other player? Todd Archer wrote about it the other day. The Cowboys looked for another receiver. Could not get it done. But so they had their eyes out.
The two guys? Well, it was Cooks and Judy, right?
Yes, Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy, my boy with the Broncos.
I wouldn't have been mad at that one.
That was reported by a ESPN affiliate.
Yeah, so
not by the Cowboys.
Right. Todd Archer. That's it. Todd Archer had that story. So those were two names that were out there. So there's an acknowledgement by management. Okay, we would like to we'd like to improve the receiver spot. It didn't happen. So now it's Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know if it's betonline.com, but anyway, one of these odds makers has Odell Beckham Jr.'s landing spot as the Dallas Cowboys. So that's the money in Vegas right now. You want to say where Odell Beckham Jr. goes? It's here. Jerry Jones on his radio show today here saying glowing things about him. Mike McCarthy yesterday at the press conference. Nice thing to say about him. Now you got Micah Parsons on Twitter recruiting him saying, come on, let's do this.
I don't know if I like that, though. I don't know if you're playing in that locker room and you got one of your leaders out there talking about, hey, OBJ, we need you over here. Come through.
Right.
If you're a wide receiver in that room that's there now, you like, hold on, man. Like,
yeah.
So what you say? You gonna bring this guy in?
I'm glad you said it.
Because that's just how I think. Because I'm like, hold on, man. So you telling me I'm not doing my job good enough?
So imagine that, right? You're sitting there. Obviously, these guys are tuned into their Twitter, and they see Micah saying, hey, man, come on with us.
Man, OBJ, talk to me. Let's do this.
Hey, do you want to know what he responded and said?
What?
Odell Beckham Jr. LOL. You tell me. You know all the fam on my daddy's side down there. I'm trying to win wherever I go. That's what he tweeted back.
Man, look. I'm going to say it like this. Like, if you're in that wide receiver, look. All right, y'all watch First 48 in Memphis. That's the best one. First 48 Memphis.
By far.
Hey, when they brought the Wendy's in the room, somebody was snitching.
That Lord, I'll tell you about Tommy.
Hey, he gonna tell you who was there and who wasn't there. That's an indictment on the wide receiver room. Now, if Micah came out and said, CD, our man, hey, we rocking with CD. He go as he go, we go. Now, that to me is giving confidence to the group. But if I'm going out, and I'm not saying that Odell Beckham can't help them. We know he's coming back from a major injury. We know all these other things. When is he going to be ready? We don't know. I mean, it's a whole bunch of hurdles that you're going to have to go through. But at the same time, like, that is an indictment on that room. These guys in practice, like, you can fool everybody else, but the guys that's out there on the field that's practicing with you, they know what's going on.
Wait, though. management's already out here trying to get guys. So is it an indictment, or they already sit up here and said we
but
can
that's
improve?
management though. Like you talking about your own teammates. That's something you keep. If you really want Odell to be here, you text the man. You hit him up in his DMs on something private, like, hey, we need you down here. You don't put it all on blast, like,
come on now.
Because think about it. All right,
he said he wanted Von Miller.
CD,
that's defense. That's
defense. CD, he gonna get his bag. What's his name on the Gallup? He got his bag. If you know what, Brown, you sitting there like, man, I'm having one of my best seasons so far.
And if you're your guy,
you taking my snaps.
The culture changer. I mean, that's got to be hard on a rookie. That's hard. Come on, bro.
And do you see the picture they have of Odell right here?
Wow.
Look right there.
Is anybody
look at the picture. Look at the picture.
They got it up now. You got your thing up on
there. Okay, right there. Now you see right there. See the picture? Yeah. See this picture on Twitter? Odell Beckham, number 3, right?
Yeah.
Don't the Cowboys have a number 3?
You right.
Are they just giving the jersey? They're gonna take AB jerseys away just like that?
I was never a fan of that.
No, we can't show it because he's a free agent. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, man. Get a guy another number.
I've never been.
He can't get 13. We know that. 13
that's like that's like Mike was saying. Hey man, if I'm playing safety back there, Earl Thomas. Hey, we gotta get Earl Thomas in here, man. He can make our defense that much. Bro, I'm sitting right here. Like don't at least don't put me on blast like that.
Jalen Tolbert over there eating his cereal. Like, yeah, okay.
Ain't nobody worried about what Jalen Tolbert got. This is okay.
Jalen, you right about that.
Okay,
Tolbert needs to get open, get the ball.
Man, why y'all come on, man?
He just finally get activated. Now you gonna he cared about his feelings.
He was 2 seconds away from waving that way. Let's go, boys.
Actually, you're bringing Odell Beckham Jr. That's what he's gonna be doing.
His locker gonna have that fitted cap.
Wait, y'all co-worker.
He's gonna be the hype man for it coming out there.
He's gonna have that salute the service pullover.
2022 Dallas Cowboys.
Here comes Tolbert.
He will have all the cool salute the service gear though. He will have all.
Boy,
you better sell that. You better go out there and sell that. Christmas gifts.
Y'all cold-blooded, man.
Matter of fact,
golly.
What's his number? 18. Come take this 18.
Look, Odell Beckham Jr., by the way, and I thought it was a great point that Mickey made on his show, Mick Shots, Mickey Spagnola, where he said, look, the guy's talking about, I want to go somewhere for, 4 years. He just doesn't want a prove-it contract.
No, he want to get that bread.
Right. He wants a multi-year deal.
They going to pay for that?
How can they?
It's not going to happen.
How can they? Jerry's going to have to do the ultimate sales job to just, hey, look, we love you. You just won a ring. We feel like we're positioned to get another ring. Our best player, Micah Parsons, wants you. Dak Prescott will go find you. Come down here, help us chase this ring. You already got one in L.A., get one in Dallas. You know what it is. It's the Cowboys, it's the name. You do it here. Everybody's going to love you. And Jerry, I'm going to take care of you in the back. That's what Jerry can do. He can sell that. He can sell that. But realistically, you can't pay him because you got too many other people to pay.
Way too many.
And all that pressure you heard the interview this morning on 105.3. They're wanting this guy to acquiesce just because of those things that you're talking about. Hey, it's Dallas, man. We'll take care of you, little hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If you're Odell Beckham, man, you like, look, I got a Super Bowl ring. Mm-hmm. And for him, the 4-year contract, I don't know. Look, for me, it's going to be, is the knee healthy? What does he look like coming out of it? Because, man, you've seen in basketball, man, these guys come in and they're like specialty guys. Like they're just three-point shooters. That's all they do. And at this point, with the knee injuries and all that, he's starting to shape up and look like one of those specialty guys.
Now, okay, just listen to what you said. Let it marinate for a few seconds. What's wrong with that? If he's out there with CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, and you just tell me he's a specialty guy, is that a bad thing? Especially if you've got Pollard and Zeke, is that a bad thing?
3 possession receivers. You got CeeDee Lamb who can do it. Then you got Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, and OJ, or not OJ. Wow. And Odell Beckham.
The wheel just came up.
Going
going down that way.
Gonna be your possession receivers.
That's it. That's all you got. Like I said, he came in at the end of last year. He came in at the end of last season. After the way that he looked for the Browns, and come on, the quarterback, the whole situation was abysmal. It was a mess. But he came into the situation with the Rams, and he helped them. It wasn't like they didn't already have Cooper Kupp over there doing his thing, having a phenomenal season. Mm-hmm. I think where we are right now with our wide receiver group, we're trying to find out, do we even have an alpha? We're there.
Does this smell like Deion Sanders a little bit? When Prime was a free agent, Went and signed for San Francisco, helped them win Super Bowl 29.
Specialty.
Next year.
Yes, sir.
Comes back, signs with the Cowboys. They win Super Bowl 30. Is this what we're talking about here?
Can he be that player, though?
Prime was in his prime.
That's what I'm saying. Odell, 2 ACLs later.
Okay, but you're not asking him. Like they said, Prime, we need you to come out here, man, the corner, do your thing. You don't have to have, we don't need you to be Odell, reach back. You don't have to do that here. You've got some other guys. What you're saying, we just add a little bit more in the mix. So if I got those 3 guys in routes, that's something to think about if you're a defense. Think about it. I'm not. Now, I'm also, if it's me, first off, if it's me, I'm not doing it. Just saying.
What?
If it's me, I'm not doing
it. What do you do? Wait a minute. What are we doing now?
I'm not doing it. I'm just telling you right now. I'm at church now. We're not doing it.
You're not doing it.
We're not doing the OJ. No,
just hyped him. I thought it. Where are we going? Okay. What are we?
I can't. I don't want to pay the. I don't want to pay the money.
So that's the only reason.
It's the money, not the player.
Dude, the player wants money.
Okay, but I'm saying, okay, let me let you finish.
Look, I think we can't separate the two because he is told he's right here letting you know I want to be paid. So I don't get to separate it. I don't get to like when Barry's like when the Cowboys came to you would say, Barry, you come back at a slow price. No, you don't get all that. You got to get me the bag and you get me. No bag, no me. This man wants bag. So if he wants bag, I'm not giving it to him because I got to pay a whole bunch of other people. That's where I'm sitting at here. So maybe somebody else out there is going to give this man the kind of deal.
But if we did have the bread, you would give it to him.
But you don't.
So is he a good enough wide receiver to come in here and make a difference? In your opinion?
I believe. Well, I'll say this: Kellen Moore better get up in here and draw something with all these 3 guys if he got them. Otherwise, he don't need to be here.
All right. I'm still not seeing him being like Odell from the elite, even the Sam or even the LA Rams days. I'm not.
Michael Gallup is not Michael Gallup right now.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna have 2 of them out there?
You basically trying to get the best of, you trying to get 70%.
Okay.
You trying to get 100% of that 70. Hey, man, I got 1 guy's 100% CeeDee Lamb. I got 2 guys at 70%. You know what I need? I need 1 inch. That's all I need, 1 inch. If you look over there, you're going to see a guy that's willing to go that inch at 70%.
My man.
Can I get 100% of your 70? I think you're going to look around the room and see a guy that'll give y'all 70%.
See, cut Louis May, man.
Yeah, man, because he don't want him no way. He don't want him no way.
I'm just saying, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, Clarence Hill Star-Telegram did a good real job. I'll say, hey, look, you're not getting Michael Gallup that you think you're going to get. It's going to take a year. And so far, he's been correct. Michael's had some moments, but he's not who he was. Mm-hmm. It's going to take you a minute here. And if you get Odell Beckham Jr. here, you know you're going to basically get the same thing with Gallup. Okay? You're not getting 100%. But if I have CeeDee Lamb and 2 dudes at 70%, if I got an A and 2 C's, can I get out here and make it a B?
Yeah. No, man, that's not. You can't graduate with that from grad school.
Did somebody say 1 + 1 = 3?
No, I understand, but that's not.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's in the press conference, man. We're gonna be dealing with the logic of the reality of that. We got a playoff games to win, and look. How about this? Dak scored 42 points. The offense scored 42 points last week. 2 weeks ago. All right. And that's with tight end sets, getting Michael Gallup involved early, and finding CD in those soft zone areas. And we did all that without Noah Brown. That has to say something. Even whatever respect you have for the Chicago Bears.
Thank you.
But whatever that is, you saw this offense get into some type of rhythm and score 40 points. Come on now. It ain't easy to score 40 points in the NFL. Doesn't matter. Come on now. We can't just throw these away. Okay. Detroit just beat Green Bay. All right? The Bills just lost to the Jets.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Okay. We got to take a break.
This guy. All right.
I'm gonna let it marinate. I'm gonna let it marinate all over me during the break. I gotta wipe my.
Got the 70%.
Got 70%.
Look to your left. The guy's gonna give you 70%.
You gotta see a guy that'll go that inch with his 100% of his 70.
Let's go to break.
Players Lounge, brought to you by Toast on DallasCowboys.com.
Out of pocket.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Watch this. Live music fans, head to the Star in Frisco on Tuesday, November 29th for a brand new monthly concert series, Sounds of the Star, featuring the inimitable country rock band Western Rewind. The concert kicks off at 7 p.m. and is free and open to the public. For more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com.
How do y'all have a straight face with doing that voice, man? I just start busting out laughing.
That's a Barry White voice.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
come on, come on. 1 to 10, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, get it to me.
He is Heckma Harrison. That's Barry Church. I'm Louis Scruggs.
He like that. He like that. Yeah.
I have no issues with it, man.
Y'all wild. Y'all wild out.
You're doing a read, man. Your job is to
It's Salomon. It's Salomon Day.
Salomon. That is. I didn't even realize it until just now.
I'm telling y'all, brothers got to work it out. Brothers got to work it out.
Color looks good on my skin.
I'm just saying, I ain't know.
Okay. Speaking of Odell Beckham Jr. possibly hooking up with Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator, what is your trust level if you give Kellen Moore a piece like Odell Beckham Jr. to go with everything that he's dealing with right now? As the Cowboys are a 6-2 football team, there are only the other 6-2 football teams right now in the National Football League: Buffalo, Kansas City, and the Giants. You got the Minnesota at 7-1, and you got the Eagles at 8-0 right now.
Man, what I'm starting to recognize is the re-evolution of the running back position. And I believe that Kellen Moore, if he's smart, he continues to get behind this running game. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, and just do everything based off of that. I think the way that Dak is playing is showing you that he's willing to play. That's smart football. We did all this talking about the defense, and I think you have a defense that if you protect them and don't hang them out to dry, and you play smart football on offense, that they can be your best friend, and y'all can work in concert together.
Yeah, how's the process work again? What are the 3 things?
Something
trust,
like time, consistency, and proof.
Trust requires 3 things: time, proof, and consistency.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think Kellen has earned that with me. I feel like this guy he's evolved his play calling duties. I feel like last year and the years before he was playing Madden out there, just trying to get as many points as possible. Make the fans cheer and all that good stuff. But we've seen this year, without Dak Prescott for those 5 games, he was able to make a game plan to where it tailor fit the guys on that offense, and he was able to get the most out of them. So even if you threw in a wild card like Odell Beckham in there, I think he'll still stick to the formula. He'll have a couple wrinkles for Odell here and there, but he won't go crazy with it. And I think he's shown, to me at least, that he's able to trust the process. He leans on his strengths, which are the defense and the run game, and he'll throw in a few creative wrinkles here and there to get the job done. So I trust him. I trust him with Odell. I don't want him here, but I trust him with him.
Kellen Moore, at this pace, a lot of season to go, at this pace, the man is working himself into a job as a head coach in this league.
Come on now, what is going on, Louis?
I don't know about
you
that.
raiding the cupboards on everybody, bro.
Church, what have we seen? He was a finalist for that Miami job.
He was.
Okay. So it's not, he's not like he hasn't been doing interviews. Last year, a bunch of interviews. If you had the number one offense last year like they did, and then you go through the issues you had this year, got to go with Cooper Rush for 5 games, got to keep the thing afloat. Here's Tony Pollard breaking him out here. I mean, and now if you throw in, let's say you throw in an Odell Beckham Jr. and you find a way to mix all these parts in here. I mean, it's basically it's a lot of differences, different team. Dak with the whole thumb issue. The way they're hiring people today, if Frank Reich can get a job, Brandon Staley can get a job. You want to tell me that Kellen Moore doesn't fit the profile of who they're hiring?
Oh, he definitely fits the profile. But let me ask you, it's like, no disrespect to Kellen and all that stuff. But can you see him being a leader of men? Like, you see him gallivanting the troops, getting them ready to go out there each and every Sunday?
Zach Taylor, who was a quarterback coach, didn't he call plays?
Should he be it there? No. That's what I'm saying. And it's just, Kellen, he's an offensive genius. He can get things done offense. But can he gallivant the troops? Can he lead those guys each and every Sunday?
If Zach Taylor of Cincinnati can get a job. So it's, again, who are the kind of people they're hiring? My man in Miami. Soul Brother. Did he look like, but he's a bit rally the troops.
Stop this man. Here's the thing, though.
Brandon Staley?
No, here's the thing.
Brother.
Plus Kingsbury?
What we're seeing now from McDaniel that's his name, in Miami. Hell of personality. Like, he's able to show that. And I don't know him personally, so I don't know if Kellen, what his temperament is, what type of personality that he has. But that's what to me, you have to have one of those if you're going to be one of the head coaches. Like
Nathaniel Hackett's personality in Denver? He's got one.
Yeah, well.
Dan Campbell's personality?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Well, but no. But
Dennis Allen, he's really just riveting you, isn't he?
No. But if we don't know that about him, you're asking the question about him being the leader of men based off of what you know about him right now. And that personality doesn't match what you know is a head coach in the National Football League.
What I'm telling you is, guys, you're saying that, but what do we see? Kevin O'Connell, Vikings, KOC. He fits this mold of who they're hiring in this league. Nicky Sirianni, is that his name? Yep. Nicky, Tony, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He is right there with what they're hiring in this league. And that's what I'm basing it merely off what I see. Parcells just the greatest line of words. All I can go by is what I see. And if Kellen Moore continues to put this type of offense that is winning football games out here, Kellen Moore is the kind of person that they are hiring.
I can see that. I just don't know. My time playing with him and seeing him now, he doesn't seem like a cat that's going to be out there making sure this team is ready to go. Like, when you talk about being over the offense, of course, but over the entire team?
Okay, but all right.
Cat's going to be looking like,
so Nick.
What are we doing here, coach?
So the Eagles coach was Frank Reich's offensive coordinator. He didn't call any plays. Nobody knew who this guy was. He got the job. Look at him now.
Talking about Sirianni. Zach Taylor. He was just
but even with Sirianni's quirks, he's still like his person. Look,
but I'm going back into, you're saying, can you see this guy doing it? And I'm just telling you, you look at these dudes that they're hiring, the Zach Taylors of the world, the Brandon Staleys of the world. Man, this guy can be presentable.
Undoubtedly.
He can do it.
Yeah, and that's what
he can do it.
You just need one. And he finished second to
ask the coach. If you got a post, you could be a coach.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. What do you mean?
I mean, if Jeff Saturday, we rolling out Jeff Saturday now.
What are you talking about, man?
So you rolling out Kevin O'Connell and Kevin Stefanski.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
man. I just don't see it.
I'm just you know what, man? I'm just saying. I know this. This man is going to be in the mix for interviews again.
It will be, because like you said, he fits that mold.
He fits the mold of what they're hiring.
Eric Bieniemy, I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
He does not fit the mold of people that they're hiring.
Praying for you. Let's go. I'm just saying.
He's falling further and further down.
You just tell me where the lie is.
No, I'm not looking for one. All I'm saying is that the mold that you're talking about is. I'm with Barry on that. Can he lead a team? Will he fit that? And
McCarthy may need to.
Can he hold cats accountable?
Exactly.
Like, can he go out there and be like, you messed this up? I just don't see that happening. I see him saying, hey.
Okay. No,
kind of
I
mousy.
don't know.
Yeah.
My man McCarthy might need two new coordinators next year. That's all I'm saying.
We're trying to empty the everybody getting up out of here.
Hey, man, happening to Jimmy Johnson, man. Happening to Jimmy. I mean, this is what you win. People want your folks, man. People want your folks. All right, our time is up. Heckma Harrison, man. Appreciate you. Barry Church. Appreciate you.
Something else,
I'm
dude.
Louis Scruggs.
Something else,
This
man.
is the Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. I'm back at 3 o'clock right here on DallasCowboys.com with the Media Mash. Tune in. Goodbye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?